So join me today as we make this autumn flip pocket on a hinge. And then it has a tag that comes out, and the tag is also done. This is made with a free digital kit from my shop, as well as some Walmart file folders. Stick around for the details. Let's get started. Okay, first let's go over some things that you might want to have available to do this project. I used these file folders from Walmart. They are U brand, sorry for the glare. It is the same pattern, but some are on hunter green, some are on black, and some are on a light blue. There's 9 in here. And then it also came with some labels too. So I only used one of the parts of one of those. Then I also have this. This is a freebie from my Ko-fi shop at Hickory Art Co. There are 2 pages to the free download. This one has like the distressed background, and then there's another one that has just the plain background. So when you would go to download, you do have to put it in your cart as if you're checking out, and then you just put 0 where it says dollar amount, and then continue with checkout, and then you will have the downloads available to you. So I did use bits and pieces of that as well. Then other than that, just some typical things. You need glue, scissors, and then I just pulled some old pages from a dictionary, just some text pages. I have some stickers and some other pages out of books that I pulled that kind of reminded me of fall. I have some cutouts from the digital kit, and then I just have some random numbers. And then this was a calendar I had cut from somewhere that I thought might work. I don't know if we'll use that or not. And then I also have my dauber and some distress ink in walnut stain. And the glue stick I'm using is the Tombow that I had gotten that at Michael's. So I think that's about it. I don't know if I'll add anything else as we go. I do not have an autumn journal in progress right now, so I will just be attaching it to a piece of coffee dyed paper as if this was a signature paper. So to start, I cut this grid from the freebie right here. It measures about 4 inches. And now I need to, we're going to work on the hinged part first. So I also have this little scrap of paper. This was from actually a 12 by 12 sheet. It's just scrap. It measures about 1/4 inch. It's not even because I just tore it. I didn't cut it with the scissors. And then I folded it down the middle. So we have, this is what we're going to use as our hinge to make our top card swing open and closed. For the bottom, I took the file folder, or I'm going to take the file folder, and I think I'm going to try to get this piece right here. So I'm going to just kind of eyeball where I think it's going to end up being. So there's not enough room here to flip it over. Let me see. If you hold them up to the light, you can also kind of see where to place it. I don't need it to be exact. I just want some of that floral design from the other side to be on this when I cut it. So I'm just going to go around this with my pencil. And then I will cut that out and be right back with you. Okay, so I was able to cut that out, and I actually ended up just taking a tiny bit more, about not even 1/8 inch off of the edge there, just so this didn't have a chance to peek out if we didn't get this lined up exactly right. So we're going to first take our little hinged piece that we folded in half. And again, you can have this any width that you want. and it's not, I didn't worry about whether it was straight. I left a rough edge. I am going to just ink along that edge, just so the white's not showing where it was torn. I have that folded. You can see I don't even have it folded in half. I'm not that worried about it. I'm going to put the bigger area in the back. So we're going to place that in there so that this edge goes right in that crack. So I'm going to put a little bit of, I'm using wet glue for this because this is an interactive part of the journal. I want to make sure that it's really glued down. So I'm opting for the wet glue rather than the glue stick. So I'm going to push that so it's right in that crease. But there's no glue on this part of the flap. We're going to let that just sit and dry for a minute. Then I have this piece that I had cut out from the digital kit. This is blank on the back, and when it hinges open, this part's going to be seen. So I'm going to just cover that with part of the dictionary page that I had pulled out. And I'm going to cover that with just using the glue stick. And I'm not going to bother to measure this, just going to plunk it down on here. And then trim around it. Not crazy about cutting like that. You could use your a paper trimmer if you have one, or you can lay down a ruler and a knife and slice along the edge. I'm going to just darken this a little bit. And for this, I had chosen the background paper that does not have the distress marks. So I think I'm going to just come in here a little further with some of the ink and just darken it up a little bit, grunge it up. You do not have to do any of this part if you don't want. Okay. All right, now we're going to go back to get the hinged piece. And this time we are just putting the glue on this flap right here. In fact, I'm going to try and bend that down a little bit. Get it right on the edge. And then we want to line this up. Fold it that way, right in the crease. And just hold that for a second. And then we want to make sure none of it oozed out into the crack here. See what's all right. Trim the hinge off. Darken up those edges a little bit. And then you can even take some clips if you have them, or press it under some books just to make sure that's going to stay down for a little bit. Okay. So while that's drying, this is the tag that is going to go, when you lift this up, there's going to be a tag in this pocket right here. So to make this tag, I did it ahead of time. But to make the tag, I used the file folder again. And I had just these generic store-bought tags. And what I did was I laid it right on the fold of the file folder with it closed, traced around it, cut it out, and then you have this hinged tag like that. If you don't have a pre-cut tag to trace around, you can just cut a rectangle out and then snip the corners off. So this, because this is black and then cut, you can really see that white right there. So I'm going to cover that up a little bit. Okay, now for the inside, I want to let one side be for journal writing, and then we can decorate the other side. So this is really stark white. So I'm just going to take my ink and my dauber and just go around it and darken it up, which still allows spaces to be, or leaves an area for it to be written on. And we'll get in the crease there. Hold it back that way. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera doing that. Okay, so we still may put just a little something down here in the corner, but I have that just kind of grunged up there. And this side, I think we're going to cover with some more dictionary paper. Maybe we'll do more of like a collage. I think we'll just do that. Glue stick. It doesn't matter if it hangs out over the edge because we can trim around that then. So what else do I have? I have this. It was out of a book. It has the word October there. I think we'll just tear that off. And then let's see. Here it has the 10th month of the year. I think we'll tear that also. We'll do that. Let's do another piece of dictionary paper. You could ink around these also if you wanted before you put them down. Okay, I just need another little bit. I'm just going to do that. I don't care that it's not even going the right direction. As far as reading, it's just a collage. Okay, I'm going to put that there like that. And then we just need to trim around the back. Okay, and just distress that a little bit just to make it blend so it's not so stark white. So this is what we have here. And I have these fall stickers. I think maybe I might put one of those there. And that still leaves room to journal a little bit. And then on this side, I have that little calendar. I think maybe I'll take that, but it looks way too new for me. So I have this little sanding stick. I'm just going to go around the edges and rough it up. You could do this with a little piece of sanding paper or like an emery board like you would do your nails with, and just make it look uneven and just get it kind of roughed up a little bit. This actually came out of the back of you know how sometimes when you have the calendars in the near the end of the calendar, the back page, it has like the upcoming year and just has the little tiny calendars. So that's where that came from. I just cut them each out separately. Okay, and that is looking too white for on there, so I'm going to just scrunch that up a little bit. And I'm going to even fold and scrunch it and put some marks on it that way, so it gives it some age. Okay. And I think maybe we'll put that down there, and the glue stick is fine for that. Line it up along the edges, press it down. I just have this little scraper I'm using that I had gotten at the dollar store. You could use an old credit card or a bone folder if you have one. And I'm just going to darken that up yet just a little bit right there. Okay, and then I feel like it needs something here yet. I think I'm going to use another one of these leaves. And just tie that together there. And maybe a number. Actually, I have this. No, that's too big. You can see I have all like the other calendars in here too. Need a tiny number. I'll do that one. And this is kind of more of an index, kind of a cardstock paper, so I am going to use the wet glue for that rather than the glue stick. Put that on there like that. Okay. That looks pretty good. I like that we brought the black from the outside of the tag into here as well. So that is our tag. So let's see, oh my goodness. Let's see if, how this is looking here. Take our clips off. And we have it hinged right there. And then we have some dried glue that is just showing a little bit right there. So I'm just gonna take that off with that. And then I don't like this white part of the hinge showing, so I'm going to take the ink inside there and darken that up a little bit. Okay. So let me get a coffee dyed paper, and like I said, I don't have an autumn journal in the works at the moment, so I'm just going to make a signature page that can then at some point go in an autumn journal. So we've got our hinge here. We're going to glue this down and keep this as a pocket. And then this is going to go in here. And I am going to trim that just a little bit more right there. Straight at the hinge and down here as well. Okay. All right. Now, to adhere it to the paper, we will be using the wet glue, but I think, and this side's not going to be seen, I think before we do that, I want to finish this side. And I had found this tree. I think maybe we'll use some parts of that. Oh my goodness. If I had $1 for every time I knocked over that glue stick, I could buy more art supplies. Okay, I'm not measuring, just doing a rough tear here. You could, of course, whatever you have and want to put there, you can get it prepped however you would like. I will save these in my scrap bin. I think I'm going to put this here. I'm going to ink around it first. If I'm by myself, I do take more care in doing the inking, but I know it's kind of annoying to listen to when you're watching the video. So if it's something quick, I do it quick. If otherwise, I pause the video and come back so you don't have to continue to listen to that. All right, so I think I'm going to put the fall tree here somewhere. Maybe over on this corner. And that can be with the glue stick. Actually, I'm going to let a little bit of the edge show. Make sure that's down. Freebie kit. I think I'm going to go in and just take these fall leaves and possibly this tree. I'm just going to not fussy cut, but just go around kind of the outline of the leaves. That way this will pop off of the page, because the background color of this that I'm holding in my hand is almost the same as the page that we're putting it on. So if you go around, that makes it pop off the page a little bit more. We're going to put that there. And I like that brings the orange from over there. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to do kind of a rough fussy cut around the tree. Give it a quick ink. And I put that there. I think I'm going to stamp just OCT for October. I have these stamps. They were handed down to me from another crafter. All it says on it is Halloween typeface, and they were originally from the Christmas tree shops. They're pretty old, I believe. So I put them on my acrylic block. And I'm going to stamp, I'm going to do it in black so that it shows up, and then it also coordinates with the background of that paper. And let's see. I'm going to do it right over part of this tree. Hope for the best. Okay. And I will clean all that up later. So we have the October. And I think I'm going to coordinate with the tag, I'm going to put a fall leaf over here yet, or two. Do this one yet. Okay, so that's the inside. And looks like that needs just a tiny bit more glue right there. Oops, oh my goodness. Okay. So I want to just do a little something on the front yet. I have this acorn. I have these mushrooms that came out of the kit also. That's pretty big for on there. I'm going to tear dictionary page. And this this page that I tore out has pumpkin right there. So I think we will put that down. Goodness, it sure doesn't take me long to make a mess. Okay. Glue that there, and then I like these mushrooms for on there. These were from the kit. Probably already said that. I'll put those there. And I'll put this number on here. And again, I'm going to use the wet glue because this is kind of a cardstock. Put that there. And then off of the Digi kit, I had cut out this little teeny tiny pine cone. Oops. I think we'll add that right there. Okay. I had the acorn laying out, but maybe I'll add him to this arrangement yet. Okay, so now we're going to act like this is our, I knocked that over again. This is our signature page. And darken up the gutter of it there so we can see where it is, and we can put this down. And to do that, this is the spot where we do not want glue, so I usually grab that in my hand just to remind myself till I get it turned around that we do not want glue there. So I am putting it on the hinge and then across the bottom and then up the side, just working on the back. We'll put that there. And then we have our tag, which will go in there like that, but we really shouldn't stick that in until everything is dry. You could also punch a hole here and put a cord or a piece of ribbon or a little whale tail, something to acknowledge that that opens up and pulls out. In fact, you could even just take going to take this little piece of book page that we had left fold it in half, and I'm only going to put it on this top tag. If I do it like this, then of course we could not get it open. So I'm going to put it on, you could do either. I'm going to put it on the top flap. And that would go in there like that. And then of course you could darken this up as much as you wanted also. Okay, so I darkened up around the edge of the signature page, and I added some leaf stickers onto this part, and then I also added a leaf behind there so that when the tag is pulled out that there's a little extra something to see behind there. So just to review, this is what we made inside. And then the journal tag. Okay, that is it for today. If you are interested in grabbing the free autumn digital, you can go to ko-fi.com at Hickory Art Co. I will put the link in the description. There's also a Halloween freebie there as well, plus several other different kinds of free digital kits. And you can, like I said, just add it to your cart, and then you have to enter the amount 0 and then check out, and you will be able to download it and print it. If you could please like, comment, or subscribe, that helps my little channel get moving in the YouTube algorithm. I really appreciate it. I hope that you all have a very good day. Thanks for watching. Bye.